What's good, everybody? It is your boy Tony the Savant back again. And if y'all don't mind, man, please like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content on the channel. Definitely appreciate that. All right, let's get right into this one, why don't we? As the Boston Celtics have punched their ticket to the Eastern Conference Finals once again for the sixth time in 8 years. Believe this is the third. No. Did they go to the ECF last year? I forget. The Miami. Yeah. They did go to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. So I believe this is their third one in a row, and the sixth in the last 8 years. Uh, very impressive. I don't want to take anything away from them. I think that a lot of people, and even me, I thought I lump myself into this as well. I think a lot of people have grown a bit of fatigue with this version of the Boston Celtics. And when I say this version, I mean the moderation that has been led by the Jays, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. I think people have grown a little fatigued of them, as they've been one of those teams that's consistently in the mix. They're always in the final four, elite eight of the NBA, if you will. They're always in that mix, but they have not been able to get the job done. The closest they've gotten actually was the series that I started my YouTube channel around when my GOAT, Steph Curry, went on the 2022 run. And we all know when the Golden State Warriors eventually wound up meeting the Boston Celtics in the finals that year. That was the time I started my channel, around that time, and also, around the time where I really was starting to grow a fatigue myself of the Jays and questioning if they should break them up or, keep it together and see what happens. Kudos to the Boston Celtics upper brass for keeping this core together, keeping these two wing players together, as I think this is probably one of the most unique wing player combinations that we've seen since Michael Jordan, and as far as two guys that was drafted by an organization, not like the Clippers or any other team that was acquired through uh, free agency. I like that the Boston Celtics were able to find these two wing players in the draft and build around them. It reminds me a lot of what my Chicago Bulls did with Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. But I gotta say that if the Boston Celtics don't get the job done now with this version of the team, I don't know when or how they'll be able to do it. Now, disclaimer: we all know that Kristaps Porzingis has suffered an injury and had not been available at all during the semifinals in the second round versus the Cavs. But the Boston Celtics were able to get the job done despite of that. And from what I'm hearing, I don't know if he's going to be available. Kristaps Porzingis, I don't know if he's going to be available for the Eastern Conference Finals. But, nonetheless, I think the Jays have enough to get it done, regardless if they face the Indiana Pacers or the New York Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals. I think they got enough to get it done by themselves. And in the case that the Boston Celtics were to meet, let's say, Dallas, OKC, Minnesota, or the Denver Nuggets, they're going to definitely need Kristaps for that, for the final series, as each one of those teams has an elite big man. Well, I'll say elite, but definitely a serviceable big man that you would like to have Kristaps available for either canceling out their production with a guy like, say, Karl Anthony Towns or Joker, or just a guy that can be a presence on the floor to guard somebody like Gafford with the Dallas Mavericks or Chet Holmgren with the OKC Thunder. You need Kristaps. You definitely gonna need Kristaps for the finals. I think they can find a way to eke past the Knicks or the Pacers, as each team has a serviceable big man. More so the Pacers because of Miles Turner, Julius Randle. It will not be available, I don't believe, for any point of the playoffs for the Knicks. But I believe the Celtics can get past them regardless. I got me my water. Nonetheless, um, the Boston Celtics got to get it done, man. I hate to say it, it's just getting to a point where they paid Jaylen Brown $300 million. Jason Tatum, no matter what happens, will be getting his big, I believe, a super max contract as well for upwards about $300+ So you're going to have close to over $500 million invested into two players that have no rings, no nothing to show for it. That's going to look weird if the Boston Celtics do not, cap this run off, cap this last few years off with a championship. And I'm of the impression that the Boston Celtics should have at least two or three right now. They've had the opportunities to get there and get it done. So right now is no better time than now to get the job done. I just wanted to give them their congratulations because as soon as they won, that hater Draymond Green, amongst others, instantly started talking down like, well, we don't care. We've seen this before, all that kind of stuff. And it's just so distasteful that people will prop up LeBron James, a proverbial loser, Kevin Durant, proverbial loser. Draymond Green is a proverbial loser. Let's be honest, bro. I can't stand that this dude is on NBA TNT after having been suspended as many times as he did earlier this season. They over here propping this clown up on national television. Anyway, haters like him and amongst others instantly began, attacking the Boston Celtics for winning. It's not easy getting to the conference finals, guys. You're lucky to even get into the playoffs in the NBA, as allegedly anyway. But this is the pseudo industry or the hub or business where the best of the best basketball players go to play. And so to get to this point again, I don't want to discount it at all for the Boston Celtics, but I will say that the expectations for this team is higher than the Eastern Conference Finals. If the Knicks get to the Eastern Conference Finals and they lose in 4, 5, 6 games, we'll put a feather in their cap. As it would be their first time getting to the Eastern Conference in forever. You know what I mean? Since I was a little kid. But for the Boston Celtics, again, we all know that they've been here multiple times, and we all expect this team to get the job done. They went down and got all of the pieces, the exact pieces I felt they needed to get, and they Kristaps Porzingis as far as having an offensive threat in the post. And he also went and got Drew Holiday. It's a perimeter defender that can also relieve Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum of a lot of the ball handling and point guard duties. I like those pickups. Now, I did, in my head of heads, I did wish that they would find a way to keep Robert Williams and pair him with a guy like Kristaps Porzingis. That was my only, kind of as far as if I had to draw up a dream scenario. The Boston Celtics, they pick up Kristaps Porzingis, they pick up Drew Holiday, and they find a way to keep Robert Williams. But anyway, that didn't happen, and here we are. I think the Boston Celtics are definitely, on paper capable of winning a championship, no matter which team comes out of the West. I do worry about them. If the Denver Nuggets are able to come out of the West, I will worry. That's the one team that worries me as far as going up against the Boston Celtics, because the Denver Nuggets just play schematic, high IQ, move the ball around type basketball. So if the Boston Celtics get matched up with the Denver Nuggets, they can get outclassed quick as far as that goes. But on paper, like I say, Boston is just as good as everybody else. They're clicking at the right time. I seen Al Horford hit a few big threes yesterday, landing last night's game. So again, I like the Boston Celtics, but I'm on that same train They got to get the job done. I'm not going to say I don't care about them getting to the Eastern Conference Finals, but I will say that that was not the expectation for them. You know, to be as blunt as possible, Jason Tatum should be in the MVP conversations. You know, if you got a clown like Luka Doncic in there, yeah, go ahead and throw JT in the mix. Another thing that hater Draymond Green said is that the fact of the matter that Jason Tatum has not, won a championship or whatever. Uh, he mentioned that a lot of people hold that against Jason Tatum when it comes to MVP voting, which is just asinine, which is just silly. And this is why I can't stand Draymond Green, bro. I used to like him as far as his podcast goes, but even his podcast is kind of mid now. You know what I mean? I liked it when it first started, but all in all, like I said, man, Boston Celtics, they can get the job done. I just wanted to congratulate them, but the next question is, will they? And that will remain to be seen. But that's all I got for y'all on this one. It's your boy Tony the Savant. Please like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content on the channel. Definitely appreciate the love and support, man. Until the next time we meet, peace.